A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to answer and discuss upon a question that has often been asked to most of us as astrologers, which is the most powerful nakshatra. Before we begin, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your questions and your suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Before I talk about the most powerful nakshatra, let's talk about the visible of the chart, the most powerful planet. The most powerful planet as suggested by the classics, and if you look into the BPHS and you see the topic, you see the chapters on Atmakaraka, it is stated that the Atmakaraka is the king of the chart. So, wherever the king sits, that is a fine place to be. Whichever the nakshatra the king is placed in, that nakshatra gains a lot of importance. Why so? Because the king is also deriving its power from that nakshatra, and hence we can say that the most powerful nakshatra in the chart is the nakshatra in which our Atmakarak is sitting. For example, if somebody, and it will always differ, because as the Atmakarak differs from a person to person. Say for me, the Atmakarak can be Mercury. For somebody, the Atmakarak can be Mars, and for any other person, Vivekanandji, it was Sun. If these three planets are sitting in one same nakshatra in different charts and as Atmakarak, will the results be different? Diametrically so. Because as the Karakatva of a planet changes, different planets have different Karakatvas. So, the color that it takes from the nakshatra changes, and hence its value for the chart will also undergo a change. Let me explain this with a number of examples. Say for somebody, if Sun as an Atmakarak is sitting in Uttarashad nakshatra, then in that case, Sun representing your universal knowledge, Sun representing your strong inclinations of what life should be, because Sun is also the inclination of your life path. So, directions that one has to go in, and Sun also represents your value system. The Uttarashad nakshatra in itself is known to have very strong value systems. So, in that case, the person will have very strong value systems, and Sun also represents this quotient of spirituality along with Jupiter in the chart. So, the person would be leading a life on spiritual terms, but very strongly on the power of doing the things in a right manner. And that person has a full chance of moving towards spirituality. Now, let us look at Mercury there as the Atmakarak. Mercury is, the Karak is speech, oratorship, the Karak is business, because Mercury is very strong in having a business mind. It is a quick aptitude. So, in any chart, when Mercury becomes the Atmakarak and sits in Uttarashad nakshatra, what happens is that this Mercury has the propensity to be very righteous, have a very quick ability to take a decision on what is right, and then act accordingly to do the right thing. Keeping in mind, again Mercury is the Kumara who likes to save himself, safeguard himself, keeping in mind how to work things in my benefit, but also in everybody else's benefit. Sun does not work in its own benefit, it works for the benefit of others. That is the difference that you will see coming up when you look at the nakshatra itself, when it is, but when the planets are different. Another example, this Mercury here was the It was the Atmakarak in Uttarashada Nakshatra, where Uttarashada Nakshatra was running in prominence. Now, if the same Mercury goes into Vishakha Nakshatra and becomes the Atmakarak, then what happens? You are no longer judicial. You are very strongly a person who is very ambitious. And how ambitious would you be? You would be ambitious in terms of business, because Mercury represents business. So there you will have the ability to do things which is very much business oriented and will give you good results there. You will and as Vishakha Nakshatra is the one that does not like failure, that does not believe in failure, that believes in achievements and achievements of things that have first not been done. So what this Mercury would do is, in sense of business, try to achieve things that have not been in areas where things have not been explored. Be the leader, be the conqueror, be the one to achieve things through your ambitions. Let's take up the Vishakha Nakshatra only, and now let's take up the planet of Jupiter, it's Atmakarak. In that case, Jupiter, which represents counseling, Jupiter which represents the power behind the throne, and Vishakha is a lot of power, It gives one dynamism. So it gives a person the dynamism to be a power behind the throne. It gives the person the knowledge, because Jupiter is knowledge, Gyan, to approach things in a very different manner so as to be able to get a huge name and fame. We can also look into say if it's in the second house, then the second house in this case of Vishakha is money. If it moves to the third house, then you will see that this Vishakha would give you the ability to have parakram, or the courage to go out and do feat and physically do things to be able to gain that name and fame. Whatever that planet sitting there obviously will take color. So when we understand the most important nakshatra in the chart according to this level, according to the planet position, etc., we will be able to do a great analysis of which direction life will take us into, because at the end of the day, as I said in the beginning, if Atmakaraka is in a chart the king of the chart, the nakshatra in which it sits flavors it and gives it the periphery, the boundary around which your life will revolve, or the way you will see things in your chart happening. So till we meet with you again, stay safe and do let us know how you found this video and how your Atmakarak wins and works. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.